Here we can see quite a number of guys. We can see some people from St. Columbus, St. Kitui. We also have Emmanuel Odur from Simba, and so many of you. So I just want to welcome all of you for this hangout. It is one of a kind because we've never had this before, and we want to appreciate all of you for joining us. What we are going to do, we were supposed to play videos at the beginning, but apparently, due to technical challenges, we won't manage to have them custom, but we promise to play them maybe later on, because I think because of sound, quite a number of us could not really hear. So we would like to just continue, and then maybe later on we will actually have the videos at some point. What we are going to do, we are going to have quite a number of presentations. The first one, we shall be having, we have people who are actually going to join us in the panel, and the panelist is going to, we are going to have 4 in the panel, sorry. And the first person will be our principal, Mr. Austin Omeno. He's going to talk about Eastern College of Technology, just to introduce us about the college, and more or less give you a deep introduction on what we do at the college and some of the things that we actually deal with. And then we'll also have Jeremiah Nyarorso. He is our registrar, and he's going to talk about TVET. He's going to talk about TVET and career choices. And then the third person, we will be having Moses Mubaka. Moses Mubaka is working at Eastern College of Technology as the director of ISB. And of course, he's actually going to give you more explanation about more description of what we do in ISB. And then the fourth person will be Mr. Emmanuel Odur. Emmanuel Odur is joining us from Simba Corporation. So he will be talking about OJT industry and the expectation of partners. In other words, what partners usually more or less expect from the students when the students join the companies. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Straight away, we would like to introduce the panelists. With me here, we have, I have Austin Omeno. He's actually the principal of Eastern College of Technology. I think he can introduce himself, then we go to the next person. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George Okech, for that brief introduction. As he said, my name is Austin Omeno, the principal of the college. Now, the college is a TVET college. So we're in the TVET sector. Let's start with that. We're in the TVET sector, and we want to see how TVET can empower you, okay, over there, the youth, wherever you are, can empower you either in terms of getting the right skills, very important, the right skills, not just any skills. And then the second area is right skills to be able to deliver in the industry. And the second thing is also the area of entrepreneurship, that if you're not employed in the industry, then you can start your own juakali or informal sector enterprise and try and create some money. Eastlands College is a product of Strathmore Educational Trust, which runs also Strathmore School, Strathmore University, Strathmore Business School, and at the moment, Eastlands College, right, of Technology here in Donholm. Okay, our mission, as can be indicated behind, as you can see, okay, is to serve the formal and the informal sector, right? And that's where the TVET is very much needed. Okay, and then our vision, of course, is to be a point of reference for the industry. We merge a lot, we work a lot with the industry, and this is our point of reference, using a system known as the dual training system. So we train both in the industry and in the college. And that's why Mr. Emmanuel Odur from Simba will come later to tell us how this system works from their end. All right, we are situated in Donholm off Lunga Lunga Road. All right, we are still growing, but we intend to introduce new courses as the years progress. In January, we intend to introduce more courses. At the moment, we are only offering meter courses, which are very practical oriented, and they are very much hands-on, and the teenagers like it a lot. I will go further. I'll stop there. I think my time is up, and I'll go back and to our moderator so that he can take the floor. George, over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Austin. That is a good one. So I think from the word go, I said that we have quite a number of the members in the panel, but you can only see the two of us here. It doesn't mean that the rest are not really there, but they're joining us remotely. For example, I spoke of Emmanuel Odur, he's actually joining us from Simba. And we also have Moses Mubaka, he's joining us. He is within the college, yes, but then he's joining us from a different office. And then we have Jeremiah, he's also from a different office, yes. So as we continue, you could only be seeing us, only the two of us, but don't get worried. We have quite a number actually in the panel. So straight away, I would like us to go to Jeremiah. Maybe you can turn on the video and introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you very much, Okech. My name is Jeremiah Nyaroto. I'm the Vice Principal Academics at Eastlands College of Technology. And I'm glad to be given this chance to give a talk about career guidance. Generally, I know we have several participants within this particular talk who are from, some are in high school, I guess, some have just finished high school, and maybe those are the ones I'll target most. But in general, also it is important that everyone of us also interrogate ourselves and see whether we made the right choice in choosing our career. So that is the beginning of happiness, we could say. Thank you very much. Yeah, so, okay, I don't know whether I should continue or it's a round of introduction first.
Yeah, it's okay. Introduction, we can just have some few moments. We can get back to you.
Thank you.
Yes, we can go to Moses. Mr. Moses.
Good afternoon. My name is Moses Modaka, and as you are told by our moderator, I am in charge of the micro entrepreneurs, because we are knowing that in the country, the biggest number of employer is self-employment, is in the Juakali sector, and we are encouraging young people as they are doing their industrial professional courses. It's very good they learn the entrepreneurship so that they can create employment after they finish. We have a very short course which we always train, 20 hours. We call it Street MBA, and therefore we are encouraging all those people who are doing the industrial professional courses to join this course, because they will learn on how to start their own businesses and how to create business and create employment for themselves and for the others. Thank you for the moment, Mr. Ochieng.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moses. Now, those who are not talking, maybe you can mute your microphones so that we can maybe more or less maintain, avoid some of the echoes, noise. Thank you very much. So thank you so much, Moses. We are going to have Moses talking about ECT at some point. Of course, it's going to give us more or less like an intensive explanation of what ECT is, how they conduct their training, how long it actually takes, how much, and all those kind of things. So let's go on a bit even as we continue the introduction, but I promise you that we're actually going to talk about that in a few minutes' time. I would like to introduce Mr. Emmanuel Odur from Simba. Mr. Emmanuel, over to you. Mr. Emmanuel, we cannot hear you.
I think Mr. Odur is on mute.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry for that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. So thank you, George. Thank you, Austin, Mr. Omeno, and the whole team from Eastlands College of Technology. Thanks to Walter Odondi of Zizi Afrique and everyone who's worked hard to organize this forum. We welcome the students I had from St. Columbus, Kitui. Karibuni sana. As introduced, I am Emmanuel Odur. I'm the program manager of Simba Foundation. And I'll just give you a brief of what we do with Eastlands College and other TVETs. The dual training system, which works very well. We are very proud of it, and we are happy that more institutions are willing to chime in and join this bandwagon. And so I'll really appreciate if you have questions towards the end, then we could maybe go deeper into what you need. So very briefly, Simba Foundation is the CSR arm of Simba Corp. Simba Corp, you can check up our website. We're in various businesses, mainly known for sale and repair of motor vehicles, and also for the hospitality industry. But then we have a very vibrant foundation. We're all very proud of our foundation, where we empower youth from different institutions. Our focus is on underprivileged youth taking automotive training. And that's how we have a partnership with Eastlands College, with another college called Senkizito Vocational Training Institute. Recently, we expanded to Mombasa, Christian Industrial Training Center, and we are soon going to Kisumu. So the sky really is the limit as to the number of young people that we want to empower. Our model, the dual training system, as mentioned by the moderators of the session, involves training in both college and industry. What we do is we partner with an institution that is willing to have the students train at college for half their course, and the other half offered at an industry, what we call the on-job training or in-company training. So students taking automotive training, which may include panel beating, bodyworks, motor vehicle mechanics or motor vehicle electrical, have the opportunity, you could say, of working with us during half their program. If their program is 3 years, so for a year and a half, they will be with us on and off, where they'll get more practical training. I think it is the best thing that ever happened after bread and butter. It's beneficial to both the students, the industry, the college. It answers many questions. I know as young people, many times when you go to look for employment, and the first thing you're asked is if you've had work experience. And you feel like asking the person interviewing you, where would you have had work experience? And yet you were in school all that time. So the dual training system provides an answer to that. Because while you're in school, you are attached to a company, right? So you're getting work experience even as you study. And what's even better is you get paid. One of the students who I remember from the first cohort of Eastlands College by the name Buta put it in a very nice way. He said, there's nothing better like earning as you're learning. Okay, you're earning and you're learning at the same time. It's our wish that more institutions, more technical training institutions would adopt this type of training. And even more companies out there. It's not something limited to Simba Corporation. Even more companies could even join in and, empower youth like this. So you may have Isuzu, Toyota, and the like. We really welcome corporates and TVETs alike to join in and empower young people through this program. I don't know if I've done justice to the dual training system with my short explanation, but I'm open for questions from the moderators, from the students, from Zizi Afrique. I'm really excited to be here and to share our experiences. Over to you, George, and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Emmanuel. That was a good presentation of what really dual training system is and how we really partnered with Simba. We really appreciate so much. I just want to ask everyone, all the participants, that in case maybe you have a question, you can more or less put it down, and then we will ask them more or less towards the end after all the presentations are done. So I would like to ask Jeremiah Nyarotso to take us through TVET and career choices in technical institutes. Jeremiah, over to you.
Thank you very much, Wanokech. Now, generally, when we are talking about TVET, before even you get to TVET, there is normally a point where you have to decide, okay, what am I going to, okay, there's some questions that you need to ask yourself. Because for instance, we have others who, due to one thing or the other, did not manage even to go to high school. They just finished class 8. And then because of life challenges, they couldn't manage to go to high school. Can we say that they are failures? No, because challenges are there. Maybe it was about fees. You could have been number 1 in that particular school. And maybe the performance academically was okay. But then because they didn't have school fees, that made them not to proceed to high school. So they are not failures. Then we also have others who managed to go to high school, and then due to challenges as well, they didn't manage to get to Form 4. So again, they are not failures. We also have those ones who finished Form 4, like they are ones who just finished, and they got whatever marks they got. Are they failures? I don't think they are failures. It's because everyone has a talent. Not everyone is a footballer. Yeah, we just had we just had some safari rally. Can we say that Kenyans were failures because they were number 7, 8, and 9? No, we are not. It's only that maybe we are not used to driving cars since when we are teenagers. Yeah, so we are still learning some tricks of driving. So generally, a person needs to select something or a course or a profession that that person will be excited to do, even if the person is woken up at night, that there is an emergency. You need to come and teach. Okay, the profession I chose is to teach. So if I'm woken up at night to come and teach, yeah, I'll just ensure that I've groomed very well, not with a vest, and then I come and teach because it's my passion. Yeah, but then that is where time after time we have challenges. Career choices. So what do you look at when you're selecting your career? Maybe at home you like doing several things. You like helping people around. Maybe you like fixing things. You see maybe this particular lead, sufuria lid is a bit bent. It pains you. You said, okay, let me make it a bit flat the way it's supposed to be. Okay, maybe you in the house, you find the chair is a bit weak. Something pains you. You say, let me fix it. Yeah. Or maybe you see a torn cloth. You say, okay, no, let me mend it. So there is something out of that that you may read. Where is my passion? So once you've identified your passion, then the next thing is to say, okay, now I've finished class 8. This is what this is the case that I have, or I've not managed to go to Form 4, or I've finished high school now. Then it's a matter of selecting, or I think in Form 3, that is when you normally select the courses that you may take when you get to university or colleges. So what do you want to be at the end of it? What profession would you want to take? So that is when now you need to decide well, because whatever you choose determines what profession you're going to get in and what kind of jobs you'll be able to undertake. Are they jobs that you love to do? Are they jobs that if you know you are to work between 8 and 5? So are they jobs if your boss tells you that we have to finish this job today, so it should extend by 15 minutes? Will it pain you? Or will it be something that, yeah, okay, we can do it? Yeah. So those are some of the things that you need to look at when you're selecting your particular career. Now, in Kenya, we have several options, depending on whatever you want to undertake, and all the options can take you to the highest level. Apparently, the Kenya National Qualification Framework, which is mandated to equate certificates in Kenya, it's an authority, a government body, has two lines of we could say of training. There is the academic line, where you have to come from primary, then secondary, then you can decide to go to a technical college and do artisan course or certificate course or diploma course. You can as well progress after diploma and do a degree, or you can come straight from high school and go straight and do your degree and progress and do your master's and so forth. But then there is also the other path, where you may decide that I want to be a competent professional in this country or in this world. So there is the competency line. And this competency line is where now you may start from grade 3, then grade 2, then grade 1, then you can progress all the way to professional master classman. Or depending on which particular exam you want to seek for, there is the one that you can always go through what they refer to national skills certificate, though it's something that is being developed, and we are glad that we are part of we could say, that particular development. So generally, if we were to say you didn't manage to go to high school, so is there something you can do to help yourself to mold your profession? I can say that there is a lot you can have. There are several platforms that you can use to help yourself, in the sense that if you use the competence part, maybe I can do a presentation just to display something that I'm talking about. So if, for instance, when I'm moderator, I don't know whether you can see my screen.
Yes, Jeremiah, we can see that. You can, yes, it's very clear. Just zoom it a bit. Okay, that's clear now.
So, if you look at it, there are two major parts. There is this part here, where we have primary certificate. Then from there, you may join high school, or you may progress with what the government currently is talking about, technical schools. That is for the future, because right now I don't know whether we already have a technical school that is running this. But then the county polytechnics are running that bit where we have national vocational certificates. So county polytechnics, we could take them as our like the technical schools for now. So you may opt to go to secondary, then depending on how you get your marks, what marks you get at the end of it, you may go straight and take your bachelor's degree, or you may go straight and take your national diploma, or you may go straight and take your craft certificate, or you may use that path of national vocational certificate and still progress. And all of them, you may end up being, you may end up in that path up to the level of master's degree and even doctorate, right? So this is the academic line. Then we could say on my, I don't know whether it's on your right-hand side as well, we have the other path which we call the competence line, where you may start from national skills certificate or otherwise government trade test, which is a path of competence, and then you can progress just the same way it is all the way to professional master craftsperson. So this gives you a channel to display your talent. And it's out of, most of the time, things that you do with passion or things that you love, you do them best. Compared to things that you've been told, okay, do this because it will earn you more money. If you do something well, definitely somebody somewhere will be happy and will be willing to pay the price, will be willing to pay the cost of that particular thing. So as we are looking at the bit of career, it's important first to select something that you are passionate about. Whether you are passionate about fixing electrical things, okay, maybe something related to electrical will be good for you. Or you like things to do with cars, yes, maybe something to do with automotive will be good for you. You like something about fashion design, yes, maybe a profession in line with that will be good for you. You like music, okay. There is something that you can, there is a profession that you can take that, again, will be happy in life doing that quite often, and it will be part of your job. So I think passion comes first. And then out of passion is now to look around and say, okay, what courses can you undertake? Then you select the proper course. Most of these courses are in various institutions. Some maybe may be closer to you, some may be a bit far. So you select the course, then the next thing, you select the institution where you want to undertake the course. Now the challenge has always been, maybe I know maybe some of us have during when you are undertaking your education, or maybe at primary or secondary school, if somebody asks you, what did you want to be when you finished school? I've gotten several answers in this. And I know when I was growing up, there was a song that you want to study. It was a Swahili song that you want to study, pass your exam, and then go abroad. Okay. I don't know whether some of you have ever heard that song. Niende ng'ambo, ukishapita mtihani. But then what are you going to do? That is the question that I used to ask myself. Okay, now I've gone abroad. I've passed my exam very well. I've gone abroad then. Yeah. But then I look at training and education differently. And I think some persons also look at it differently. In the sense that, why do you study or why do you train? Why do you go to school? Is it just to pass exams? Then, once you pass, what happens? I know one of my siblings, while in high school, in Form 3, actually, I asked him, what do you want to do once you finish high school? Then he told me, I don't know. I just want to pass exams, that's it. So many young people maybe have the same answer. Yes, I was told to come to high school, so I've studied. Now I want to do my Form 4. Then after Form 4, what do you want to do? Okay, I don't know. I just want to pass exams. I know of some people also who, after high school, they were told, okay, go do this particular course. Then they went, did the course. But even after the 4 years in campus, or the 3 years doing their diploma, or 2 years doing their certificate, they passed the exam. Then you ask them, okay, what kind of profession do you want to take? They still don't know. Why? Because they were told to go and do that particular course. So it's if maybe those ones who've already passed through that, yes, maybe it's something to reflect and maybe go back and rewind, and that's just the same way they normally tell the DJ rewind. So you have to rewind yourself and try and see how you can make things a bit better. Yeah. For those ones who are yet, it's important that you reflect as well and make the right choice so that you don't also waste time, because time is precious anyway. So eventually I could say that some of those individuals who eventually you ask them and they say you don't know, then you offer them guidance, they get a chance to select something they love and something they have passion. And with that, it helps them even in their future professions, meaning they become successful, meaning they become happy in life. Yeah. So as you are planning for your future, you could say, the guide maybe could be first look at your passion. Yeah. Then select the right course. Then the third one, it's important also to select the right institution for training. Because yes, you can go, I want to do electrical engineering, or I want to do food and beverage. Okay, then I want to do maybe fashion design. Then you select an institution that offers that particular course. But some of these courses are technical courses, meaning you need to do them. You need to use your hands, you need to use your creativity. But then the course that you've selected is right, but the college you've selected or the institution you've selected does not have the right, we could say, training material or the practical angle of that will supplement your training, that will supplement your theoretical training. So eventually, you come out, you've done electrical engineering, you've done mechanical engineering, but then if somebody asked you to repair a car, he asked you, okay, I'm told that you went to college and you did automotive engineering. Okay, can you please repair my car? Then you don't know even how to, where to start. So generally, choosing the right college is important. So I think the three are quite key: passion, right course, and selecting the right institution to offer you the training. That is, that time after time we say that can unleash your potential. Thank you very much. I think I'm time back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeremiah. That was a quite intensive description and more or less a very good presentation on what TVET is and career choices. So and for the interest of time, I would like us to more or less ask the first presenters some questions in case we could be having, and then we will proceed to Moses Mbaka, who will be taking us through ECT. So in case you have any question that deals with OJT, that is on job training, and maybe the industry, what the industry really required from our students, I think just there's a data, that was a research that was just given a few days back about a very huge number of students who snagged university offers for TVET. So in case maybe you have that kind of a question, like for example, why could students really decline these university offers just for TVET institutes and such kind of things? Or in other words, what really is motivating students or applicants to apply more in the TVET sectors and really more or less leave the university degrees and those kind of courses? I think this is a very good platform to ask such kind of questions so that you can actually be directed in case there's a need. So I would like to declare the ground open, that if in case maybe you have any question based on the first two presentations, then you can ask them right now. Any question? You can still make use of the chats, the chat box.
Just adding on to what you have asked over there, it's a good point. Yeah, that many students, little by little, they come to realize that the universities are only offering papers and certificates, and that in itself is not valuable to the industry. I don't know if Emmanuel or Paul can add anything onto that. The number of degree holders they get from the industry, and then the number of technical people, and what do they really look for when they're employing. I don't know, Emmanuel can help us there.
Yes, and that's a very good question, Austin. Emmanuel, I would also like to add, maybe as you answer that question, you can also tell us, do you also employ university graduates? Or for instance, if a university graduate comes to maybe the industry, now that you are well, more or less located, then if a university graduate comes to the industry and there is a technical student who has undergone NITA 1, NITA 2, and NITA 3, then who stands high chances of getting a job, more or less? Because I think you can also more or less clarify that for the purposes of our participants.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, I get you.
Sure. So I work for the foundation, not so much for the HR office, but I do have insights which I will happily share with you. I would say the world is changing. It's not just a Kenyan thing, it's global. The world is changing. And there are certain skills that employers are looking for. Soft skills are top on the list. If you have a bad attitude, it doesn't really matter how brilliant you are, what institution you went to, how much of a good technician you are. You could have done NITA or diploma. or a degree or a master's program. But if you cannot work in a team, if you cannot follow clear instructions, if you cannot keep time, no one is going to employ you. So before we even go into the technical nitty-gritties of what would make you get a position, I think soft skill really ranks up there. Secondly, and I'll use the example of a blue chip company. We all know Tesla, and the founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, who has been making the headlines recently because his company is growing. He's doing a lot of great things. He just set up a company that sends the first private, you could say, rocket to space. And he's deep, you could say, in the aerospace engineering field. But Elon Musk himself never did aerospace engineering. He said, well, I just have a passion for this thing. I read a lot. I have conversations with people who know a lot, and I have a fantastic team. So it is one thing to learn something. It's another thing to actually develop yourself in it, right? We have cases of very many people who are not employed in the fields they studied for. It's not a mistake. You know, you can go to a technical college and study hospitality or tailoring or automotive engineering. It doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you have to do in life. You may do that, well and good. The point I'm emphasizing is the employment landscape is changing, and we need to know what the employers are looking for. So attitude and soft skills rank top on the list. Secondly, Elon Musk mentions that you don't need a university degree to work for him. You just need to love what you do and be willing to learn and demonstrate that, you know, you can do things. You'll be surprised. There are many people out there who are repairing and fixing cars and never did the NITA automotive course, right? It doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing. They just came, say, from up country, and their uncle used to have a garage, and the uncle told them, my nephew or my niece, kuja unisaidie kazi hapa. And they learned the thing, and it doesn't mean that they're not good technicians. So whether you went to a TVET institution or went to a university could be secondary. That is what is beginning to come out. Could be secondary. Do you love what you do? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to give yourself, to push yourself and learn the most? Of course, TVETs prepare people better, you could say, for technical jobs. Universities are known to be very theoretical. There's a lot of paperwork, and when you send them to the field, maybe, you know, they've never really touched an engine, and yet they are mechanical engineers, okay? That could be a disadvantage. I know in the education system, they're trying to change that, they're trying to address that. So where you are with the TVET courses, you're at a very good start. Maybe you have a head start compared with many people. But don't rest on your laurels. Don't just say, we were told by someone from industry that if you do a TVET, you stand a good chance. You'd be very surprised. There are people who are going to come and are willing to learn and have better soft skills who are going to get ahead of you. So I'd like to use this opportunity to reiterate what the registrar said, Mr. Jeremiah Nyarotso. Do you have passion for what you're doing? Because that will take you very far. Do you have passion for what you're doing? Secondly, have you chosen the right institution? Have you chosen the right course? The third thing, follow your heart, follow your dreams, work very hard, right? You will get there. The industry is ready for people who are willing to learn, for people who are willing to grow. We are moving in a time when, for instance, to work in many blue chip companies, they'll call you for a practical interview. Your papers will not matter anymore. You say, well, you want to repair cars here. Very good. Here is a car. Please do an oil change the filters, service the car for us. But you know, I went to University of Nairobi and I did mechanical engineering. Oh, very good. Please service the car for us. Oh, but you know, I went to Eastlands College and I did motor vehicle mechanics. Very good. We shall look at your papers later, but please service the car. that is what we should be aiming at. That I went into this institution to learn very specific skills. Have I acquired these skills? And you're very lucky because in TVET institutions, they go deep into the water, straight to the point. They teach you the skills. So yes, you have a head start if you're in a TVET institution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There's somebody by the name Ivan. I can see your hands up. Ivan, do you have a question? Ivan McKenna? Hello, Ivan. Any other question?
I think one engineer Thomas had raised his hand. Maybe he can ask his question.
Okay. Engineer Thomas, could you give me a question, please? Okay, fine. Emmanuel, somebody else is asking, since you are in the industry and our work is to produce fully baked students who can work and deliver in the industry, what are some of the challenges that most students face while in the industry? So maybe you can also address that. Some of the challenges that most students usually face while they have been more or less given an offer to work in the industry.
Thank you. Very interesting question. I don't see them as really big challenges. Let me just call them teething problems. What anyone would face when they're moving from one institution to another. Think of yourself when you moved from primary school to secondary school. And there was that first month, maybe as a Form 1, that you really hadn't found your feet, right? But after time, you became comfortable and you knew how things worked. And when you moved from, I don't know, secondary school to tertiary institution, maybe the period is shorter, but you had some teething problems. We see pretty much the same when it comes to employment. Someone who has been, say, in a school for 8 + 4 + 4 years, all of a sudden they're in the workplace. It takes a bit of time. But honestly, if you are well prepared soft skills, that's what I would say. If you have good soft skills, you will shorten the teething problems. You will have learned how to deal with authority. You know, if you haven't dealt with authority properly in your primary, secondary, and tertiary institution, it's going to be a challenge at the workplace. If you've had a challenge keeping time from the time you're in class 1 or maybe nursery, you will definitely have a challenge keeping time in the workplace, right? If you've always shifted your problems to others and blamed others for your mistakes, why didn't you do your assignment? Oh, because, you know, the classical joke told, the dog ate my assignment. Why are you late? Because of traffic. Why did you? Because of that. You will find yourself carrying similar demeanors to the workplace. So the challenges that, you know, new employees face are pretty much challenges that they've carried all their life. How best can you prepare yourself for the workplace? Work on yourself now. Address those issues that maybe your parents, your teachers, your trainers are raising. Work on yourself now, and you'll be ready when it comes to employment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. That was a very good one. Sure, we really appreciate so much for the information. That is quite prudent for us to at least know how much we can actually be training. So I would like us to, Engineer Thomas, I can see you have a question. Please ask, kindly.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I have a question that is concerning, there was something that was mentioned about the dual system of training. And the comparison was the dual system of training was basically based in Germany, and the way Germany are implementing it and the way we are trying to implement it are total different pictures. So my question is, how are we trying to train our TVET trainees to a point whereby they will be considered by the market that is widely saturated with some perception that TVET are basically best for those who fail in academics. They believe academic giants are in various universities. So how will we fix our students within the TVET to a point whereby this institution will be saturated of job opportunities from various industries? Another issue is concerning how are you trying to reach to the ground to ensure that those in secondary school and are not performing well will have an option even when they are there, instead of waiting for them coming out. When they have the last option is when we start treating them towards developing these passions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Thomas Ogendo. I would like to call Jeremiah to answer the first question. Jeremiah, we cannot hear you. Maybe you can unmute your mic.
Sorry, thank you very much, Engineer Thomas. For sure, for a long time, people have been looking at vocational training or technical training or training in technical institutions as those who are failing in life or maybe in exams. But then we look at it in the sense that we have industrialization in the year 2030, Vision 2030. So how can we have industries running when all of us are engineers? Now, the way the education system generally has been modeled is that we have the artisans, then we have the technologists, then we also have the engineers. So most of the time, the engineers is more about design and and the science behind it. But then the technologists are in between there. They are the men who and women who now put the design into action. The artisans are meant to look at the details. Yeah, so the technologist has put has come up with the car. The engineer designed the car, the technologist came up with the car, but then the artisan is to ensure that, okay, this car has the electrical side. So is this electrical side properly fit? Or is it the mechanical side properly fit? So in generally, each of these particular individuals have a part to play in life. So it happens that technical institutions are the ones who train artisans and technologists, while the university trains the engineers. And with that said, it's good that the country, that is Kenya, has tried to rebrand the vocational and technical field, in the sense that now people are embracing going to technical institutions to train. And this is very good. At ECT, or Eastlands College of Technology, we are a technical and vocational training institution. And by design, we opted to use the dual training system in imparting this knowledge and skills to the various persons. Now, yes, we also understand that the dual training system in Germany is different from how we are also running it in Kenya. And we also embrace that the dual training system in Germany is different from how it's being run in Philippines and Austria and Spain and Nigeria. So what we only did is that we opted to customize it to the Kenyan way, because it's a new thing in Kenya. So if you go to any industry and say, okay, we are running dual training system and this is how we opt to run, if we were to do cut and paste, in Kenya, many industries may not be in a position to run it. Why? Because we have very few industries in Kenya, and therefore, if we were to copy and paste, it may not work. Because, for instance, in Germany, you may find that that students come to school for 2 days and go to the industry for the rest of the days of the week. So, can our industry plan for that? That students only go to the company for maybe 3 days or 4 days a week, and the other days they come to the institution. It may be a bit tricky, and we've tried it, and it has been quite a challenge. And that is why we worked with the industry in the sense of Kenyanizing it. Yes, and then there was the other question about what the institutions are doing in terms of maybe helping the young ladies and the gentlemen in high schools, so that they know what they are supposed to, maybe in terms of career guidance, if I understood it better. This is one of the sessions that we've created, and we also go to various schools to offer them career guidance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah, for that address. Engineer Thomas, I hope you have been answered. Engineer Thomas. All right, I think please, I would like us to go to.
Yes, I've been answered.
You can as well make use of the chat box, but in case you have a question, you can still more or less ask them there. I would like us to have Moses Mubaka presenting about his bill in a briefly. Moses, please.
Yes, Bwana George, thank you so much. As you hear, ISB means Informal Sector Business Institute, where we train the Juakali people and the people who are in the business. In this sector, we call it Juakali, but we can call it self-employment here. And we try to empower them with a few skills which can help them to learn business well. Some of the topics which we cover is business management, because you know, if you are in a business and you have nothing, you know, in management, it will be very hard for the business to improve. The second topic which we cover is marketing skill, so that you can know how to put your product and how you can able to attract people to sell your product. We also train accounting, basic accounting, because even if you have a capital and you cannot able to put the record clear in your business, it's not going to last for long. Therefore, we help them on how to do their business accounting. We also train business ethics. I think Manolo was saying you work on yourself from now. In business ethics, because there is a lot of problems in the Juakali sector or in the informal sector, and sometimes they tend to forget the law. They forget to know what they are supposed to do. Therefore, we always help them to know that being ethical is very, very important in the business. And the last but not the least, we train them financial literacy. We are saying that everyone, even those people who are employed, is very good to have a bit of skill in financial literacy, because the financial literacy, you are going to be managed to do your budget, even on personal budget. You are going to be able to save. You are going to understand the banking services, and also you will know how to take the loan and how to pay. And you will also be trained on how to invest your money. Then Due to the circumstances of the people, we have very flexible schedule. Sometimes we can train a group and we can train them on a day they will like, on a time they will prefer. We have both online classes and we have also the physical classes. Sometimes a group can tell us they would like to be met on a physical in a different places. Therefore, we go anywhere, allow the country where they are. And the classes here at the college, we have classes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We have a flexible timetable also because we train them according to their availability, because we know most of the people in the informal sector, they are dealing with hands to mouth. Therefore, it's very good when we have a flexible timetable for them, because they can able to make money on the time when they are not. And the other thing which we do in this system is that we do the follow-up and mentorship. Mentorship, it's help because we grow together with you in your business. We come to see how you are doing your business. You can come to visit and you can able to ask us how to improve on your business, and we try to advise accordingly. The other thing is we also do the coaching. We also organize some seminars at, here in the college and sometimes online, because we say when you are learning the business, you have to try to keep on moving with the crowd. If you don't attend many seminars and to know how the development and the technology is going on, is you might be left behind and you find out you are closing down your business. The new thing which we are working like currently with financial sector deepening Kenya, and we want to start something we call worker cooperative. It's a new form of cooperative in Kenya, because when we register it, it will be the first one. It's there in the US, it's there in Spain. Of course, in Spain, we have one called the Mondragon, and it's the best in the world. But we are also trying to think we can come up with our own here in Kenya, and we can see how we can able to improve Juakali sector. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, therefore, that's what we are trying to do. And we hope that we are going to transform the informal sector to be a successful thing. Thank you so much, Mr. George.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mr. Moses Mbaka. That was a very good presentation on ECB, and I think you heard everything that Moses Mbaka just mentioned about ECB as an entity of the college, the things that we offer there, how long the courses take, and I mean the target market as well. That it's not really for a specific individual, but everyone who wants to start a business, or if in case maybe you want to maybe more or less venture into business, get training, you can enroll for that particular program, and it only takes more or less 20 hours. So that of course is more or less quite cheap, quite affordable for everyone, and you can always join. So thank you so much, Moses. I don't know whether there's anyone who has a question concerning ECB. Any question? Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on what Moses has said concerning the ECB, that it's very good in TVET for those who want to go in the TVET sector, to merge the two, that not only do you acquire the technical skills where you can be employed by the industry partners like we just have Mr. Manuel Odo, the Simba, but also those skills that help you to be self-employed. And it is important that as part of training of the students, that they are taught to think about self-employment, and that's what's going to help the country move forward. Yeah, just want to add that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Engineer Thomas, we can see your position. Thank you so much. You're saying thanks a lot. You are doing a good work. I just love the way you partner with others to build the system. Thank you very much. I think now that we don't have any other question, I would like us to, we want to acknowledge the presence of Zizi Afrique, our host. They're the one who actually more or less hosted us for this event, and we would like to appreciate them. I don't know, Walter, is Walter around?
George,
Walter?
hello,
Yes.
George.
Yes.
This is Edwin.
Yes.
I represent also Zizi Afrique, and I'm with Walter. I'm in the team of Walter. They are following closely, and I think this is a very important discussion we're having.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so we would like to play the videos.
All right, all right.
Right. Thank you.
Let me get there.
So as you do that, thank you, Jeremiah. Jeremiah is more or less giving he has given a description of what ISB is. That ISB stands for Informal Sector Business Institute. For those who might not be knowing what ISB stands for, that is actually the meaning. It stands for Informal Sector Business Institute.
Okay, let me go ahead and play the videos now.
Technical training is becoming a pedestal to the technological advancement and impacts directly to the economy of Kenya and many other countries around the world. This realization has led to the inception of many technical institutions in Kenya in order to realize Kenya's Vision 2030, which requires empowerment of such institutions for better training. Such training requires trainees to keep abreast to the industry's demands in order for them to be productive, hence the dual training system concept. This kind of training ensures the trainee spends adequate time in class, workshop, and most importantly, the industry to ensure they get hands-on training required in the various fields.
I was enrolled in the school, and in 3 months I was doing my theory. Then after that, I was taken to the industry.
I went for my DTS in East Africa. There I was taught more about my practicals, like dismantling an engine, clutch, and assembling.
The main benefit that the student gets when he's placed in the company is that he gets to experience the modern tools and equipment that are not normally found in the institution's workshop.
I gained more practical skills, which is now required in industry.
I would recommend that people should join the DTS because of its benefits.
In case they may want to employ, they will have created a big pool of these students who come for in-company training.
The benefits of DTS is that you are able to get some stipend and also to familiarize with the best technicians in the country and in the workshop.
He also helped the industry to produce, to make work for the industry faster, and in so doing, the industry is able to make money out of the students. And that is why precisely we've not been having any problem with 90% of these industries paying the student where he is attached.
I see myself after 10 years having my own garage and employing benefit.
And in the future, I want to be the best technician in what I'm doing.
I'm David Njuguna, a student at Eastland College of Technology. I joined Eastland College of Technology August 2016, doing automotive engineering. What motivated me in this course was that I had a passion in cars and motorbikes. In my dual training system training, in company training, I was in Simba Colt Motors, worked in their different companies.
Our students normally do 3 months in the college, and then 3 months they go into the industry where they are exposed to industry working situation. So far, we have had about 90% of all the students being placed in the industry, and it has helped them to become familiar with working situation while in the industry.
During the in-company training, I was able to be with very well-skilled technicians who were able to teach me the new techniques that are now in the company and new models of cars which have very many different electronics. My latest in-company training was at Xylon Complex, dealing with Reynolds and Mahindra. I did the attachment for 3 months, and also I was able to deal with very many cars like the Renault Kadjar and the Colliers.
It gives them a very good chance for them to be seen by the industry, and also the industry to know in case they need to employ somebody whom they can employ among the students they have tested.
Skills that I learned from the in-company training, they help me to be able to work with very many electronics that are in cars without spoiling any of them. Companies that I dealt with, the managers were able to recommend me for the good job that I was doing and for the skills that I had.
So far, we have students who've been earmarked by the industry for employment. Others have been employed already. I have about 6 of them employed as we speak. We are getting many referrals from the industry who are partners and telling other industries about our training model. And with that, we are able to have more and more industries coming on board.
An interview came from Maxtop Limited, and I was able to pass. And from tomorrow, I'll be working at Maxtop Limited. In Maxtop Limited, I'll be dealing with the high-speed motorbikes like the Honda and Yamaha and very many others that I'll be able to encounter there.
That has been a very successful model, and we're very happy. And we are going to continue working with the industry because we train the students for the industry. We don't train the students for a paper. So we train them as per the needs of the industry.
electrical technology, we train our students on electrical installation, solar installation, as well as electronic mechanics.
We are installing the solar system as part of our course.
Currently, we are having some students who are doing their project, and the project is all about street lighting powered by solar.
This practical is so far helping me to increase my skills at the field.
So in on-job training, we partner with various companies related to the particular course that the students are taking, so that they can have that practical feel and relating what they've studied to what is needed in the company. With the aim of having this installation and the project itself is for us to promote security around the institution.
The course helps us to improve our skills since there is more practical lessons involved.
Thank you so much, Sherwin. I think we can leave it at that.
Yes. That was the fun one.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
So I just want to appreciate everyone who made it up for this meeting. We want to appreciate you so much for your presence. And it has been a very good afternoon to see quite a number of you from your respective places of work and where you're joining us from. We want to really acknowledge your presence. We really appreciate you so much. I would like to hand it over to Zizi Afrique. If Walter is around, I've just seen him joining the meeting, and then maybe you can wind it up from there. Or is there already?
Well, I think this has been a very important discussion. I wish Walter was with us, but he was caught up with another meeting. He was trying to be with us, but I think he's left. As Zizi Africa, what we can say is that we support, and this is the kind of things that students need to see, that it should reach people out there to reduce the gap between the workforce and the job. And I think this has been very productive. Yes.
Thank you so much, Evan. I think we can wind it up there. Now there is no any other thing. We want to once again appreciate all of you for attending the meeting, and we really we thank you. We thank you so much. Thanks. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.